Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thank you so much for joining me. So today I'm doing a What's on Your Desk Wednesday, and this week I've got these scraps on my desk from when we did... What project were we doing? Oh, we were doing the lace ephemera, weren't we? So I've got all those scraps, and rather than put them into my scrap box, I'm actually just going to get them used up straight away. And I thought about a few things I could have done with them. I could have made fabric clusters, you know, the little buttons, but I've done that kind of thing recently. So instead I thought, how about we make some kind of other fabric embellishment with fussy cuts instead. So this is just my prototype. All it is just a few layers of, you know, laces and fabrics. We're going to use some paper scraps in it as well, so that's what that is. Sewn all together, and I'm going to sew it through the backing paper, because my thoughts was, if you were to stick this down onto the page, the glue wouldn't show through, and also it gives it a little bit of sturdiness, so it's not like a floppy embellishment, so it's good for putting into your stash. So that is what we're going to be doing today. And yeah, I just sort of want to go with what the scraps are telling me in terms of sizes, because, you know, I doubt very much that they're all going to be, you know, the same size. But we'll just sort of see what happens. But yeah, that's kind of the idea I have for today. Okay, so I've got these two. So it looks like I'm going sort of longish. So I'm just going to essentially layer up sizes of things to start with, just to get me going, and you know, I will have to sew through these. Of course you don't need to use a sewing machine. It would work just as well if you had fabric glue. It's just that I would prefer not to use fabric glue today because well, many reasons. I don't want to get gluey fingers today. I don't fancy that today, so I thought I'm just gonna sew them straight away and go from there. So at the moment I'm just kind of going by size, and I'm trying to, you know, make them match in terms of colours, but these are all quite neutral scraps, so I think either way it will work quite well. And then I've got little bits of like ribbon cut-offs that were in my scrap box as well, so I don't know if I could incorporate these occasionally. Not with that one. Right, so let's bring in a scrap. Now the reason I'm using these is because A, they need using up. So these are just, you know, little bits of, I've got cardstock scraps rather than paper, so that it, you know, gives them some sturdiness. Okay, and yeah, I just thought, you know, this will help fix all the layers together, I guess. Right, so I do want torn edges the whole way around, but this is, there won't be anything left if I do it by hand, so let's see about putting the ruler in. But you know, again, we've got all these little piddly scraps, which, especially if they're nice papers, we don't want to get rid of them, do we? We hold on to them. Okay, so there's absolutely nothing left on that one, but I think I'll put that one there. That's it. And then what I want is a scrap to go on the back, which again, we'll just make sure that the stuff doesn't get caught in the machine. So I'm going to use one of these cut-offs. You might see this backing piece through the lace, so you also have to think about that. So I've just gone with sort of neutral things. So essentially I'm going to run that whole piece through the sewing machine. Okay, and I'm going to go right the way through the middle with a zigzag stitch. Let me just bring this one to show you, so that it's catching all of those layers through the cardstock scrap, and then obviously from there I can decorate them. Right, so I'm going to put them to one side because I will do all of the sewing, you know, at once, kind of thing. Right, so we need a scrap for this. I also do have some things like this, long things, some decorative type stuff that might be able to be used. Okay, let's go with this one. So I apologise if my voice is a little bit husky this morning. I'm actually filming this first thing. It's a Sunday for me, and I decided I was going to get up early because I was awake early anyway, so I thought I'm just going to get a move on. And yeah, I was excited to come in here really. Okay, so I've got my backing scrap and my decorative scrap, and then yeah, we're just going to see about catching all of those layers if we can. I don't know if I should move that white lace to be in the middle. So essentially I'll use these to decorate pages, probably, is what I imagine they'll be used for, you know, because they are long and stuff. I just want to make sure that I'm going to catch that white scrap, so I'm going to bring that in. That's it. So that will just peek out, and then I'll have that. Goes that way, Justine. I'll have this scrap here. But I do have my tea. I always have a morning tea, so I need to remind myself that I've not drunk it yet. It's sitting by me, ready to go. Right. Okay, so again, I'm just putting them to one side so you can see what I'm doing to build them up, and then from there we can, yeah, get them sewn, and then I will decorate them with you. So again, I might as well cut that in two, get two out of this. But again, you know, I've had these in my stash for a while, these fabric scraps, probably because I was thinking I could do some kind of ruffle with them. But they're quite thin, so then I was kind of thinking, well, they're not really, you know, going to be that great for ruffles, I don't think. Alright, let's use this ribbon on this one, lovely. And then on the back, let's just use that piece. No, it needs something thinner. Oh, there we go, that's good. Something there. So that will do. And of course that one can go either which way because we've only used the ribbon, so, you know, but put that one there. Okay, and then this one. So this is a bit of a corner thing going on, so let's see about using that. And then I might get this in. So I hope this is giving you some ideas of something you could do with your scraps. I'm just going to cut this top one down a little bit. And yeah, I just thought get some of those paper scraps used up as well, because I'm sure we've all got little strips, little strips waiting to be used, haven't we? Right, I'm just looking for a strip to go at the back, which I think this will be just fine. I think I'll be able to see slightly through that, so that's okay. Right. Might be easier to start with the paper scrap and then layer up the pieces on top, but you know, I never do things logically. How's that? Okay, that's fine. And then this one, I'm not going to add any cardstock at the front because where I've got that fabric strip, that's kind of acting as my strip to sew through, so I think that'll be fine. Right, let's, I think I just whacked something over that way, but I don't know what it was. Alright, what have we got? We've got another of those corner things, so I'm just going to cut that edge off there. So yeah, I'll do a few more on video, and then at some point I'm going to need to drink my tea. Okay, just bring that out a bit more, that's it. let's cut this one down. And then at some point I might have to do some smaller snippets. I'm just trying to get all the bigger pieces used up first. And then anything I'm left with, I can just do little clusters, can't I? Okay, let's see. Bit of green in there, lovely. And then I probably want some kind of lace down there, just to tone that green down a little bit. I think I'll use a white lace if I've got one. I've got this piece. Let's pop that in. That's it. Lovely. And then we want, what scrap shall we have? I'm just sort of looking for the right colour. Yeah, let's go with this one. So yeah, I'm using cardstock because, as I said, it will give it some sturdiness and it will be easier to get it through the sewing machine, where yeah, it'll just be easier to get through the sewing machine. Okay, so that's a bit wider. How do I feel about that? Fine, but I think I'll just take it down a tad. It feels nice to be starting my morning like this. Usually I wait until I've woken up a little bit more before coming on. But yeah, I just wanted to get going today. Okay, don't want to keep that piddly bit, but I might keep that little bit. Okay, right, how's that? So then I can sew all the way through there. That should catch everything. Okay, right. I just got to make sure that when I take them to the sewing machine, nothing falls out of place. Just keeping an eye on the time. Right, have we got any other longish bits? Got these. And as you can see, I'm just completely making it up as I go. And essentially I'm making some kind of snippet, I think. Okay, and then that one, let's pop this underneath. So that one again, I've used the little scrap as the focal point at the front. So I'm not doing a very good job of using up the paper scraps, right, am I? Not to worry, not to worry. Okay, so I don't really think I've got many strip things left, so I suppose now I'm just kind of in snippet making mode, where I'm just going to layer up a few things. And then I'm still going to sew through them with the sewing machine, but they'll just be smaller clusters. Okay, now I think you're going to see quite a lot of the backing paper behind this one, so I'm thinking to use one of the decorative pieces at the back. So let's get this piece ripped down. But these were just such nice scraps, there's no way I was just going to throw them away, was there? But I just didn't want to do button clusters. I kind of just, yeah, I fancied doing something different. Okay, so that can go on the back there. Lovely. Put that way. And then I don't know if I want to put anything at the front here. No, I'll just have that as be essentially a little cluster piece. So that one can go there. Ooh, we're flying through. They are coming together. considering, you know, I'm not really putting any thought whatsoever into these. I really am just, you know, throwing some things down. I've got some wallpaper here, that should do for that one. Lovely. And again, yeah, just once sewing through. Of course, once we add all of the embellishment pieces, you know, fussy cuts and things, I never know which way that goes. So pop that down. Put that behind there, lovely. And then we want a bigger scrap again. I've also got some music sheet, which I think I might use music sheet for this one. Essentially, this backing piece just gives your fabric something to grab onto when you're doing the sewing. And of course, you don't have to use a sewing machine. You know, these would work just as fine if you were to hand sew them. Right, I'm just gonna have that gold peeking out from behind there, lovely. And then I'm feeling like I want to put something on this one. So what did I get out that was kind of decorative? Obviously I've got this little picture piece. I'm just going to sew that on, I think. No, it's a little bit too big, unfortunately. What else did I get out? I've got a ticket. Okay, I'm going to sew the ticket onto that one. So for these, obviously I still want to catch all of the layers. So I imagine I'll just sew right the way through the middle of that ticket, and then that will catch everything. And then from there, you know, we can add our fussy cuts. Right, I think we're on to the last one. It's pretty good going, isn't it? So what can I do with these? I can't believe it, I used all those scraps. So yeah, essentially a snippet roll, but deconstructed snippet roll. Rather than sewing them into snippets, I guess we're just going ahead straight away and just clustering them up. Yep, that'll do. I think I'll use the rest of this music sheet, may as well, and then that'll be an entire scrap used up. It's nice, isn't it? And then that one, I'm going to have the music sheet peeking out. Well, that was really fast. Yeah, no time at all to get all those bits done. I still have a bunch of these. I got out way more fabric, paper scraps, sorry, than I needed. But at least I've used up all of the fabric scraps that were on my desk. So I'm going to go forward and get all of these sewn, and then we can do the decorating part together. As I said, it will just be a very quick stitch through them. I'll probably do a zigzag stitch because I do feel like it catches more as you go down the materials. But yeah, I'll see you in a second. Okay, sewn and ready. So I'm just going to essentially take them one at a time, and I've got my box of decorating goodies next to me. So yeah, I'm just going to start with the green ones, I think, because yeah, anything that's got green on it, I definitely want to decorate in Enchanted Woodland theme. These ones are more neutral, so these could technically be for future projects. So let's start with the green ones. Right, there we go, I've got two piles. So yeah, I've got a box of goodies next to me, and then I've also just got a couple of things on my desk which I may be able to use. So yeah, essentially we are making little snippety things again. Really, how we've done this before, haven't we, in a different a different project. The difference is that that was cutting down a snippet roll, and this was actually just going ahead and making some snippets just kind of off the cuff. So I suppose if snippet rolls have been daunting you a little bit because, you know, they're big and generally, if they've been daunting you a little bit, then maybe this is a different way to do it, where you get the same outcome. It's just that you don't have to think about as many scraps in one go. Maybe, I guess. So let me just ink this. So these are only paper, so I'm hoping that I can glue them on top of the fabric just fine. So let's give it a go. But yeah, I'm liking them already, and to be honest, you probably don't even need to do these extra bits on some of them. I think actually some of them looked quite decorative, just on their own, of their own accord, kind of thing. But you know me, I love to add these little extra details. Where do we want this? I think I'll go over there. Cogs are whirring, sorry. So I'm just using the fabric glue. Go about there, I think. But yeah, I'm liking them, and as I said, it used all of those scraps that were on my desk, so I'm pretty happy about that. Ta-da! So I've got another green one here, which I think goes that way. So I've got a ticket with it, so something that will go with the ticket. So I could do a cute little mushroom. What else have I got? I've got a bigger mushroom. No, I think that's a bit too big. What else have I got? Probably cannot see this box, but I'm just rifling, looking for a little something that I want to use. Got a little, nope, butterfly. Oh, let's do the butterfly. Let's go for it. I don't want to add anything with this one. I'll just have the butterfly on top of that ticket. So it's been a very quick scrap buster today. Other than needing to rethread my machine, the bobbin ran out of thread. So other than that, it's been a very quick project. So we've got this one, which is, I think it goes that way-ish. So this is more for decorating the side of a page or the side of something. So with it being, I don't know why I keep doing this, with it being long, I kind of want to either put something long on it or have something in the middle. I do have these wax seals already made up. I don't know if one of those would, they're quite nice on there actually. Just got to choose a colour. I think I like that sort of sage olive colour. Yeah. And yeah, I'm not going to add a word to it because not everything needs a word. So this will just go on there. So it's very handy having the wax seals made up and ready to decorate as well. There we go. Sorry if I seem a little bit quiet. It's a Sunday morning, and which way does that go? do I want it? Which way? I think it looks good that way. Yeah, it's a Sunday morning, so I've gone a little bit like a contemplative mood, in a good way, in a very I feel relaxed kind of way, which is nice. It's nice to feel relaxed. But you know, this type of project is perfect for yeah, a day when you want to feel relaxed, I suppose, because you know, not a lot of thought needs to go into it. It's just you know, it's just a case of matching up the scraps and seeing what you want to do. I've got these little fairies from the books. I'm going to leave that out because I feel like I ought to use the fairy things whilst I'm still doing the fairy project. Otherwise they're just going to go back into stash, aren't they? Whereas like the mushrooms and the leaves and whatnot can be used in so many different things. Whoops, I'm getting stuff everywhere. I've got this sort of brown rose. It's got like rose gold gilding on it. Kindly sent to me by the lovely Ginny. So I'm thinking I'll use that. So I don't need all of these for Enchanted Woodland, but because some of them can just be for my green stuff, you know, my botanical projects and things. But whilst I've still got fairies in my possession, oh, that sounds so wrong, I feel like I ought to be using them, kind of thing. Now I didn't add a word to this one, but I'm fine with that, because I think sometimes when you've got sort of circular embellishments like this, I mean, it could even go that way and decorate a pocket, you know, it doesn't have to be vertical. Anyway, when you've got sort of circular embellishments like this, sometimes they look nice just in the amongst of different things. And where we've got that scrapbook paper, obviously you see it peeking out from behind, so I think it's a good look for that, really. Now, do you want to see something funny? Oh, I don't know if I should laugh or cry. No, I'm joking. So this lovely embellishment piece, yep, looking fine. Look what I sewed it onto, thinking that was a piece of scrap card. I mean, that's a piece of Tim Holtz ephemera. Now, I did think to turn it over, but then the fabric would be back to front, and obviously I stitched it this way, not realising, so the back of the stitching. So, where's my... Let me grab my bone folder. I'm just going to see if I push these holes down, like you've seen me do before. I'm just thinking to myself, oh, the train's out. We have a station near us that has an old-fashioned steam train that isn't in operation properly, but they do like special outings. So we once had a festive afternoon tea on it. It's old-fashioned. It's from the early 1900s. And yeah, anyway, they raise money by selling these tickets for these special events, and that's how they keep, you know, they're able to keep the history alive. Anyway, I'm just trying to decide. I mean, it's not a bad thing that it's the back of the fabric. Like, it doesn't look bad. So I'm going to see about decorating it this way. You know, what is it they say about happy accidents and whatnot? They happen, don't they? I don't even think it really wants anything. Oh, that's cute. All right, we'll do the mushroom. There we go, simple. Okay, right. Oh, getting glue everywhere. There we go. Well, we had a lovely dog walk this morning, Sunday morning, and it's cooled off quite a bit compared with the last few days. So we took our dog in the car for the first time in, well, a good couple of weeks. We haven't taken him out, you know, for a special walk. We take them out every day, but you know, when it's hot, we just take them out for a short amount of time around where we live. But anyway, yeah, we were able to take him on, you know, a longer walk, and it was a Sunday morning, and yeah, there was just no one around. I think we only passed one person, and they didn't even have a dog with them. Now, what did I say about using those fairies? Have I got one that could use them? But they go that way, so it's not going to happen, is it? All right, because I'd like to decorate these in some other kind of theme, because I'm thinking these with the gold and the neutrals could probably be for autumn projects. So I'll do this one as a green enchanted woodland type one. What do I want? Still got this. I don't feel it needs that, so that can go back in the box. Yeah, I'm not feeling that either, so that can go back in the box. I don't know. I don't know what it wants. I keep using these mushrooms. But it's because they're nice. I like these mushrooms. I've got, let's just try this. So I've got one of my nature words here. This might actually be from the Enchanted Woodland kit, but I can't quite remember. I know there are some Enchanted Woodland type words in the kit, but I do also have a nature words printable as well. So just trying to decide whether to put it at the bottom, or I often do this kind of a thing with words. I hope that you can see I'm kind of concentrating so much on this that I haven't looked up to see if you're even seeing the detail of these things. But I think the word is actually too long. So, sorry if I'm jogging you. I was just thinking if I grab, I might have to grab a number. Kind of a thing. Oh, I feel really fumbly today. My fingers just don't want to do anything. Yes, let's do that. Right, move those out of the way. Oh. So these mushrooms are mine as well, and they're mine. Oh, that sounds so weird saying that, but they're part of my mushroom kit. And yeah. Oh, I feel really really stiff. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I think it's a Sunday, and yeah, I'm feeling very relaxed. And to be honest, you're gonna laugh. I kind of feel like I could just go and have a little bit of a nap. Not in an I'm tired kind of way, nothing like that, because you know I had a fair amount of sleep last night. But just, you know, that feeling you get, and you're just so relaxed, and you just think, oh, I could just put my feet up with a cup of tea right now, and then suddenly you're falling asleep on the sofa. Yeah, that's how I feel right now. But I'm determined. I'm going to get these done because I'm loving them. I'm really enjoying them, and yeah, I'm liking how they're turning out. Right, so I'm going to grab my other box because I don't want to put a mushroom on everything, but I would like these to be more autumnal. So be right back. As if like magic, from green to brown and autumnal type colours. Of course, you know, these could be for anything, but I'm just thinking about making sure that I'm getting these decorated up for, you know, projects that are upcoming, as opposed to them going into stash for, well, until next year. So I think I'll go woodsy with these, and then they can be used in lots of things that I've got coming up. That looks kind of cute. Yeah, let's do that. So yeah, circle embellishments. They're paying off, aren't they? And then I do want a word. I don't know if I've got any words in here. I've got some fun Tim Holtz words. Oh, that is silly, but I want to do it. I'm just doing it. Why not? Right, so I'm going to need the fabric glue again, aren't I? Yeah, I was just thinking I've got autumn coming up. I've got, you know, winter, Christmas type projects coming up. I've got woodland projects coming up, all of that. So I thought, yeah, let's decorate these in that sort of theme. But yeah, the more neutral you keep them, you know, really, you could just put these bases into stash until you're working on your next project or something. You know, yeah, a good little mess make, and yeah, a really relaxing little project. I feel like that wants to go in a Christmas journal because of the special delivery part of it. Right, let's be a bit more serious for this one, shall we? No, I'm joking. I'll never be serious. Serious is not in my vocabulary. I'm struggling with that one a little bit, so I'm just kind of moving on to these next ones. I think that will be quite nice on that one, so I'll just do that. I'm balancing. I've got one box on the table, one in my hand. I'm just kind of balancing them at the moment, which is not very comfortable. I don't recommend it. Yeah, I'm gonna put that down. That's really heavy. Yeah, I was just yeah, I was struggling with that one a little bit. I think I just got in my head. I think you know, that can happen sometimes, can't it? You just get in your head a little bit with what you're doing, and as soon as you start overthinking, that's it. Everything becomes not a struggle, but you know, you start questioning what you're doing. Right, let's I like that mushroom there, but I think I want something behind it. I think it just wants like a little something like this, just to lift it off of the back, just to make it a bit more interesting than just the mushroom. That's what I think we want. Just try that mushroom instead. Yeah, that looks cool. Let's do that. So those are those two. I'll get them glued in a minute. And I think what's throwing me is the shape of it. And I think where I've got this feels like this needs to be at the bottom, but it doesn't look right going that way. So I'm actually just going to come along and just cut through there so that that part of it is a bit more rustic. Yeah, funny, isn't it? Just a small little adjustment like that. And now I think I can go that way. Or that way. Let's go that way. So maybe that will be a bit easier for me now. So I've been messing about with this pine cone a little bit. Yeah. All right, well, that's that then. Is that inked? Can't really tell. So that is those. Yeah, so a really enjoyable little project. As I said, I was filming this as a What's on Your Desk Wednesday because I had the scraps on my desk from, you know, other projects we've been doing lately. I still keep forgetting what project I was doing. What was I making? I can't even remember. I did that earlier. I couldn't remember what the project was. The lace ephemera. That's it. I don't know why I keep forgetting that one because I really enjoyed how they turned out. And it was only the other day that I was filming that video. Well, there we go. I need to lie down, clearly. I think that's my brain and my body telling me, Justine, what are you doing? Like, yeah. But anyway, this is the last thing that I was going to do today. I am pretty happy with myself. I have filmed 2 videos this morning and we've walked our dog on a nice long walk together. Had an egg roll for kind of like a brunch. We didn't have breakfast before we took Kai out, so we came back and had that. And well, yeah, now I'm coming to the end of this video. I can get the videos edited and uploaded to YouTube, and then yeah, I think I might have just a sort of a chilled afternoon. I think I might watch a bit of YouTube myself. I might play a few games or something, because I don't really feel like doing anything else. I should probably do some cleaning. I've been neglecting that recently. But anytime I think to do it, especially on a Sunday, I'm like, nah. I think it's the, you know, the warmth as well, the heat. It's a lot cooler today, but it has been very warm recently, and I think sometimes that can, I don't know, makes you a little bit lethargic, doesn't it? Maybe that's why I need a nap. I haven't done anything too taxing. But I hope you like these. I absolutely love them. I'm really happy that I decided to do this with the fabric scraps. They're fun, aren't they? So I'm just bringing them up because I know there's a few of you that like to see, you know, the detail of them. And of course, you know, because we've got that cardstock at the back, we can just glue that cardstock, and then you don't have to worry about any of the glue shining up through, you know, laces or trims or anything, because you can't see through the cardstock. So yeah, I definitely recommend, you know, making them like that if that kind of thing bothers you. Ta-da! So we have got some green ones for my current project, and then we've got some woodland autumnal Christmas for upcoming projects. It's just one of those things, is I'm in planning mode at the moment, or have been in planning mode recently. So I'm just thinking about, you know, and that isn't that funny. So yeah, it doesn't go that way now. Now it goes that way, but it worked out just fine. A happy accident. So yeah, I'm kind of in planning mode. So I think it's just one of those things, is because I don't really do summer projects as such, I craft through the spring. As soon as I get to summer, I'm not a fan of summer. So I start thinking about autumn, and I start thinking about winter, because summer's my least favourite season. I'm not embarrassed to admit that, because it is what it is. I'm not a fan of, I like sunshine, I just don't like it when it gets too warm. And you know, I get to this time of year and I just start thinking about like my birthday, and then past that, you know, you start thinking about cozy autumn and hot chocolates and slippers and pyjamas and cozy evenings in front of the fire, if you've got one. We don't, I wish we did, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, so for me, when I get to this time of year, I start thinking about, well, what am I doing next as a project? And then that's kind of when you know, I start getting a bundle like this of stuff, which is just, well, these all suit me for the next few months. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that little project. Thank you so much for joining me and keeping me company whilst I made those. I'm really happy with them, and it felt like a nice change from using those scraps to make snippets, I suppose, rather than just button clusters all the time. You know, I kind of get caught in a loop of just, oh, I'll just, you know, pop a button on it. But no, I'm really, really liking these, and I like that it's mixed in, you know, some fussy cuts and some paper scraps with those fabric scraps. And best of all, I love that I'm not putting a single fabric scrap back into my fabric box, scrap box. Not a single one. I'm pretty happy with that. I think that's pretty good going. So thank you then. We'll speak very soon. Bye bye for now.